why Will McClay is the absolute best ghostwriter in the entire NFL. I'm going to get into that content more in this video, but before I do, don't forget, hit the bell notification icons, follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100 on Twitter. All right, guys, I say that Will McClay is the best ghostwriter in the NFL, but exactly what is a ghostwriter? And so a ghostwriter is somebody that in music will write a song and get paid up front, but not get credit for the song. So if you follow the music industry at all, it's been many artists that have produced hits that they didn't actually write. It was actually a ghostwriter, somebody that was paid to actually just put the song together, put the ingredients together, so to speak, and then that artist would take credit and actually do the song. So Will McClay being a ghostwriter is the vice president of player personnel for the Dallas Cowboys. And Will McClay is really a savant at what he does. If you go back through several echelons of this recent era in Dallas Cowboys football, Will McClay has been the guy that has been really paramount in the changes and the ebbs and flows in this roster. And I'm going to tell you exactly how in a second. So, Will McClay has been in the organization of the Dallas Cowboys, so he's always been somewhat in player personnel. Now, we know that Stephen Jones is the chief. He is the head guy of football operations and, player personnel. And really, Will McClay works underneath him and Jerry Jones. However, if we look at the history of the most recent years, and we can start with each era that I'm going to actually explain and how Will McClay was paramount in each. So when you look at, hey, we want to run the ball. We want to actually dominate and run the football. In the 2014 to 16 phase or 17 phase of the Dallas Cowboys, it was Will McClay that was responsible for the execution of getting several key offensive linemen in the building and really making us really at a point, I would say within a 2-year window, we were the best offensive line in the league. And that was around the era of Ezekiel Elliott's rookie year. We got in Zach Martin during that time, right? We already had a Tyron Smith, right? We also had Travis Frederick, who retired really young, and replaced him with Tyler Biadasz. All right. So you had several key pickups there that was all facilitated by your guy, Will McClay, during that time. And you had the acquisition of not too far from that time of Tank Lawrence. So you had several key acquisitions during that era of Dallas Cowboys football that could point to Will McClay. And I mentioned Will McClay as the best ghostwriter is I want the nation and the fans to completely understand that Will McClay is doing his job, and he's not per se given the credit that he should be giving as a ghostwriter, but he's given a certain criteria by the Dallas Cowboys in terms of the type of players they want, how to establish the menu, so to speak. And Will McClay goes out every single year and he pretty much delivers on getting the type of players that the Dallas Cowboys want. And he has to get them to fit a box of what the Dallas Cowboys want to see in a player. He can't just get any player. He has to get players in a certain box. Fast forward. Dak Prescott takes over for Tony Romo. All right. And we wanted to save money. We wanted to be frugal. This is when Kellen Moore begun to take over the responsibilities and the play calling responsibilities for the Dallas Cowboys. And we wanted to do something and save money from receivers. So we cut Dez Bryant. We had a bunch of receivers that nobody knew their names. Nobody knew who they were. No offense to any of these guys, by the way. These guys are second, fourth round, fifth round, some free agent wide receivers. We had the lowest separation total yards in the NFL. Our receivers basically did not get open. And so for the first half, of a particular season, hey, we struggled, man. A couple years back, we struggled. In mid-season, hey, we got to do something about this. We're losing a fan base. Will McClay goes out, gets it done. We get Amari Cooper from the Raiders. And that flipped the whole season around. And so with that, understand this as well. We were also in a transition period where Dak Prescott had to establish himself. And so really, Amari Cooper was a critical cog in that new contract for Dak Prescott in establishing him and saying, hey, if you give me weapons, if you give me somebody that I can throw this ball to, that I can have a lot of success. And so we accomplished that. Now you had the surgence, if you will, of the Mike McCarthy era. You have the Mike McCarthy era, and you have Mike McCarthy coming in, and he wants to play, and we know the phrase, if you follow the Dallas Cowboys, complementary football. So you not only want a good run game, you want to strengthen an offensive line, but now you want to strengthen and get the pieces in place that can be explosive in terms of coverage, linebackers, and also rushing the quarterback. That, to be honest with you, we kind of went down on that until we acquired Micah Parsons. That was also Will McClay's doing in scouting Micah Parsons and doing the legwork on Micah Parsons. Also on bringing the type of people that Dan Quinn wanted in the building, in the scouting of Sam Williams, also in the secondary, dealing with getting Deron Bland in the building, and also getting Diggs in the building. Oh, and also getting a replacement for Dez Bryant, CeeDee Lamb. So those are the reasons why I say that Will McClay is the absolute best ghostwriter. He is taking whatever that artist wants to sing, so to speak. They want to sing a pop song, he makes a pop song. They want to sing a trap song, he makes a trap song. They want to sing a love song, he's creating a love song for them. He's the absolute best at what he does, and I want to point this out because the Cowboys have all the ingredients in the kitchen to be successful. But they have to work these ingredients together to have an ultimate end of what we all want to see. We want to see the Cowboys win the NFC East. We want to see the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, and we want to see the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. That's exactly what the fans and the people want to see. So I want to give credit and a special shout out to Will McClay for all the work that he does. He can do everything. He can bring you all the freshest and best produce. But the thing that Will McClay doesn't do, he doesn't cook the ingredients. He does not cook the ingredients. Now that part will be up to the coaching staff. That'll also be a part of how the executive front office, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, decide to leverage and commit to certain players contractually or otherwise. And that will ultimately be the determining factor on what happens with the Dallas Cowboys. All right, guys. So those are my thoughts for now. If you like content like this, don't forget to follow Boss Cowboy Sports. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. And until next time, salute.